You want to try it? Very good. That's heavier. That one is a little one for the kids. Thank you. What's your name? Down here, we have like a bowl. It's an illness, like I use in the science. You put the grain up there. We have worm fruit. That's the name. Thank you, sir. What's your name? Jim, you can drink all the coffee that you want. So the coffee, the dry coffee, in this grain, in this screw, warm screw, is going to lose elastic skin and go into this storage here, and they put it in a box with the sign, with the brand of this, of the hacienda, or the sign of the farm. All right. They put it in a box of 60, used to be bags of 60 pounds. Now in Costa Rica we use the metric system, so they change for 50, 75, or 100. And that's the stage that we export it. We don't export it like we used to. Export it just the golden bean, but now we export grounded or beans, but in small bags. Just an indication here. Up there is storage, and those are already bags with different brands in Costa Rica. Here.
They make their own design.
Now the environment changed, so now you start to like a more active, right? More, you have a, like smelling is different. And there is another thing, this is the density sorter. Remember making in this the electronic sorter. All right, we have the density sorter and the electronic sorter. This is the last process before goes.
Real coffee. Parchment coffee.
All right, sit over here. Sit this way. Let me introduce two more persons. But you know already, Jorge, the oldest son of Don Jesus, and then the youngest, Ernesto, is here. He don't speak Spanish, by the way. Welcome, how are you?
Great. Can you hear me fine? Yes. Okay. So right here we have our traditional Costa Rican coffee dripper. It's how most people in the country make their coffee is morning. This would be the essential part. It's known as a stock, basically. So we go ahead and get. Hello? Okay. So we go ahead and get 2 large tablespoons of our favorite coffee. In this case, this is our own Hacienda Real dark roast.
I'm sure that this is your favorite. One and a five. Once you finish using your coffee, just close. And this is all you need. Forget about the fridge or the freezer. It will contaminate the dollar if you put it in the fridge.
Okay, so now we're going to pour some hot water just under a boil, preferably filtered without chlorine. And the slower you do it, the better. Obviously, right now we're not going to take 10 minutes for you, but that's how you get a really nice cup of coffee in a Costa Rican traditional coffee dripper. It's almost ready. This is, as soon as you get the water going.
What's happening with that cup? It's getting lighter and lighter.
Yeah, the cup is our magic mug. It turns color when your mug or your coffee is warm, so you know when to go.
Like Del Sol.
In case of an emergency, use a sock.
Preferably a clean one. Okay, now here Ernesto's going to talk to you a little bit about coffee roasting. This is our coffee roaster.
Hello, good morning. Here, if you can see, we just pulled this batch out, and you can see here basically our two roasts that we used in the dark and the light, and you'll see how different they are. And you see here in this little window, we've got some green coffee that we're roasting right now. It usually takes around 20 to 22 minutes, depending on the day and the humidity. But you always have to be watching it. And with this little picker, we can see the coffee. This one is 2 minutes into the roast, so it's still green. It hasn't started browning yet. But we always have to keep an eye on it. Also, when we're roasting coffee, we have to listen to the sounds. There's two cracks when we roast coffee. We have what's known as the first crack, when it'll start popping, it will let us know that it's the light roast. And then we have the second crack, which comes when it's a dark roast. 1 or 2 minutes after that, you're going to get carbonization on the coffee, and it's just going to be spoiled. Now, some roasters, like for instance Starbucks, they do over roast their coffee. One of the reasons why they do it is because about 80% of what they sell is milk-based, like the lattes, frappuccinos, cappuccinos, so they need the flavor of the coffee to come through, and you know they're like really big and it's really milk what they're selling. So they need the flavor of the coffee to come through. That's why they over roast. But when you drink that coffee just black, it kind of tastes a little better. Does anybody have any questions at all on the roasting? Yes, ma'am. Yes. This will eventually drop down. I told you this takes 20 to 22 minutes. And cooling, it takes 10 minutes. So this is about 5 minutes away. We'll pull it out, and it'll give us the exact time to pull this one, 10 more minutes to pull this one out. You can pick it if you want to bite into it. Yeah. That's not really, I mean, exactly, like all